I don't know if it's like embracing today's world, and just accepting it for what it is.
That sounds depressing as hell.
We're gonna submit. Fucking get on your knees and give up.
Just accept your fate.
Hold up.
No, but all right, guys. The conversation we were talking about today, and we're trying to, just bring this. And we know everybody's doing this. It's 2025, and I think Tony had brought this up about, like, really reality. How far are we getting today with what we make, or financially what we make compared to what it was, if it be 25 years ago, being in the early 2000s, or maybe even the late 90s. And when you brought that up, I looked it up. I just was out of curiosity, looked up what it is for the early 2000s. So back in 2000 to 2025, inflation has risen 84%. So $1,000, which you can buy for $1,000 now costs almost $2,000, about $1,885. So now, you know what I mean? So now the dollar doesn't stretch. The dollar only has 50% power in reality now. So what do you think about that with the cost of groceries? And because, man, I'm scared to go to the grocery store nowadays.
Yeah,
you can't walk out without spending $100, $150, and that's like 4 or 5 bags. As opposed back in the day, $150 get you like 2 full carts. I remember when people used to walk around. Remember, I don't know if y'all like at Seller Brothers, like something in the hood or whatever. There'd be people, if they had stamps or whatever,
That was
they
the
had
first
like
of the month.
two carts full of groceries.
My God.
You don't see that today at all. And it got so crazy that they make the fucking grocery stores make fucking half-size carts. They make the smaller carts now.
Which that's
Like, what are you really trying to tell us?
that's what I grab all the time because I'm never going to be able to financially afford to fill up a cart.
Tear.
It's just true. Why waste your time pushing this big old cart just to throw like 5 items in there when you can get the little small
Might as
half,
well get the
half
hand
portion?
Or the hand basket one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
funny.
man, I just thought about that right now. I was like, man, the small carts is crazy.
That's
Like you
what
think
makes
about it, like
sense.
yeah. And you would think, you make the small carts for people that are single. These bachelors or bachelorettes and stuff like that. And,
People are not getting married anymore.
and so push the small cart around because you're a single parent or you're just a single person. Live in a condo. You don't want to carry too much stuff up the elevators or the stairs, whatever the case may be. But that's not the case. The case is that, man, the money doesn't stretch like it used to back in the day.
Well, I think part of it is also our fault. If we're keeping it real,
In what way?
we spend way more than we should be spending because we believe that we deserve it.
Okay.
Is it not true?
I think
Instead
a lot
of
of times
watching-
people splurge on things that's
Yeah.
really unnecessary, even just buying stuff online.
Because we're so used to it and we see it on TV. Like instead of washing your shoes, because back in the day, people used to like have those people that would clean shoes, So what do people do now? They just buy some new shoes instead of like cleaning them.
True.
True. That's actually, you can make something last longer. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I didn't think about it like that.
That is a good call out.
Yeah, it's true.
The only other thing I was thinking too is that nowadays compared to, I don't want to say early 2000s because you could do it then, but if you go back to like the mid 90s or early 90s, it was harder to spend your money. If you think about it, you have to carry cash. Now, and you have more awareness of what the hell you had in your hand. And
Right.
nowadays, people don't even check their bank account daily. They just go and swipe that damn card or credit. They get themselves into debt like crazy. And next thing you know, you got a $200, $300, $400 monthly
Interest rate
or
added to it.
just a credit card bill. No, and you know what I mean? And so it's like it's more accessible to waste money than it is to gain money, I guess you can say. Some people say, it's hard to come in, but it's easy to go out. And that's what they made it. The consumers have made it to where, or, they perfected that way of receiving your money by making it so easily on a piece of plastic just to swipe that card so easily.
You don't even have to count. You just click.
So is
Yeah.
that the reason why people work multiple jobs just to kind of keep up because of the inflation and overspending?
I think so too, and also because entertainment. Overspending.
Yeah.
I think people love entertainment now. There's just so much of it. So many subscriptions you can get now. And it may not seem like a lot, but it adds up when you
It
have so
does.
many.
Because you think about what's the average, that's something I didn't look it up, but what's the average household subscription? How many subscriptions they have?
Right.
Because I know a lot of people that have damn near every platform, from YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Cinemax. They have all they're like, you look at their phone apps and you can probably see how many goddamn subscriptions.
Chris, you probably. It sounds like you,
Yeah.
right?
Are you trying to tell us something, Chris?
I know you. And it sounds like if I walk downstairs in your living room right now, I know for sure it's you, right?
But there's
No
always
judgment, no judgment.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
yeah.
no. But there's smart ways, and I think there's smart ways that people can do this. And the reason I say this is because nowadays you have to learn how to play the system,
Yeah.
though.
Bingo.
You have to, like, if you look at these credit cards, especially people, if they go in, and I hate to say this, if you go through life thinking that credit is not important, you're already starting off on the wrong foot to begin with. We understand that debt sucks, but you have to be able to learn how to use credit to your advantage, because there's a lot of credit cards, and there's credit cards that I have that offer these subscriptions for free just by having the credit card open. You don't even have to spend the money. Long as you have an account. One credit card and say, hey, you get Hulu, you get like 2 or 3 options. Choose one and you get paid for it. They pay for your subscription. It's a base prescription, like base essentials where you still have ads, but it's free. You don't have to pay anything. And the credit card has no annual fee. So you're not really paying for anything. So why not do it that way? I have like literally 4 subscriptions that are all provided by a credit card.
Wow.
And I don't pay
good.
nothing for it. And,
Oh, that's great.
and as long as you know how to control yourself on
but-
using that card.
But is it forever that you're not paying for, or only for like?
Well,
the-
until they
because-
decide if they want to say no, it's indefinitely until I guess
Indefinitely.
they decide to change their policies.
Yeah, and
Then
I
if
was
they
just
change,
gonna
then
say
that'd
that
be different.
usually they're like, oh, after 24 months, like then they start charging you. But
Then
for
you
like the
start seeing the
first,
bill.
yeah. But I feel like most people have that intent, but they don't know about it, or they're not very knowledgeable about it.
Yeah.
And so, or they're like, oh yeah, after a certain amount of time, like I'm just gonna cancel it because it's not gonna be free anymore. But they forget
Oh yeah.
because people get so busy.
Yeah,
They
man.
just-
Life goes on. You have
yeah.
so many things going on.
That's the last thing you think about.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I said you just have to learn how to work and really look at all the benefits. Because even T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, your own cell phone service offer stuff like this. Like I've been having a Apple TV for I don't know how many years because they offer it for free. I mean,
Right.
a certain price. You got to get a certain plan to get certain things. But I mean, if you're gonna get that plan regardless, you need to activate these things. And people like you said,
To benefit
not
from it.
everybody look at the fine print. Not everybody looks at that, and then they don't reap the rewards for it.
Right.
And that's just, I think we just need to be smarter, self-educate ourselves a whole lot more. We have the internet to our power because in the school system, they don't teach you finances. They don't teach you how to do your things. And then, I think if people were to spend a little bit more time away from reality shows and all this entertainment that we like, and trust me, I like it too. I like shows myself. I'm guilty for that. But to take time and actually self-educate yourself on just maybe better managing your money. And I think we can go a whole lot further than what it is. So we don't have to be scared to go to the grocery store and buy groceries and stuff like that. And that's my take.
Yeah, no, I like that because I feel like if you really want to learn about something, you have to go with people that are experts in a certain area.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to know about finances, go with a financer, but someone that has experience,
Right.
someone that's successful, not someone that is kind of like,
Not your
mediocre.
Theo, not your Thea.
Yeah.
That,
I mean,
Yeah.
and it's not because they don't come from a good place to try to, give advice. It's just that the advice that they're giving is not going to benefit you. So you have to like really try to seek out people that actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah. It's
Mentors.
like they say, you are who you hang out with. If you hang around people that are very, like you said, you hang around people that are successful. I mean, you ain't got to be best friends with anybody. You got to take yourself out the comfort zone, right? Because we all like to hang out with family and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, that's great and all. But let's be real. Family's not always going to be there when you're in a financial struggle.
Right.
Because they got their own problems to take care of too. But if you associate yourself with people, like if it be somebody from work that looks successful, that's doing things, because you over here, I've had a young kid that did the stock market and trades, and he made like $70K one year on just trading, and he was only 23 years old.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I said that's self-educating. So even though he's younger than me, hey, let me pick your brain a little bit. How did you do that? Yeah, there's some risk behind it, but you want to hang out with those type of people. Pick their brain a little bit. You don't have to million questions at one, but you hang around those people, and like you said, other bankers, or just associate yourself with they're long enough. Eventually, you'll get that. You just feed off of that, But I mean, it's who you all hang out with. They always say that, and it's true. You know, you hang around successful people, you end up being successful yourself.
And if you don't have access to them, you can always go to the internet.
Yeah.
Like there's so many mentors now on YouTube. You can just Google people up.
Right.
I mean, you ask for advice, and a lot of times they actually do want to help out too. People that are self-made, people that learned on their own, they always are willing to help people out.
Yeah, they're always willing to share their information and
Share
their
knowledge.
success stories and things of
Yeah.
that nature. I mean, there's so many videos right now that are available on all these, platforms that, it's like, hey, 15-minute educate yourself around AI. AI is growing. AI can, make you millions in a small time frame if you leverage that technology. And all it takes is 15 minutes. Instead of scrolling through all these random videos or watching your favorite TV show for 2 hours during the day, just take 15 minutes out of your day, educate yourself online where it's free, right? Cost you zero to help better establish whatever it is you're trying to establish, whether you're trying to start up your own truck hauling company, your own security company. Leverage what's available online, leverage AI, and it's going to help you take you where you want to be, which is huge. I mean, things like this that are available, we didn't have this 25 plus years ago.
No, we did not.
There's so many different things that are available at our fingertips that, yeah, you know what? Things do cost a lot, but there's nothing that can't stop you to help you get there, right? Education's available. There's so many different job opportunities that are available as a part-time job. A lot of these things weren't tools that were available back in the 1900s, 2000s. What did you lean on to look for another job? Reading the green sheet,
Oh, man.
picking up the
The
paper.
what?
I haven't heard that in a while.
The green sheet.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
It-
that was a job thing that you
and
think about.
and
Yeah.
that was free. So for those individuals that couldn't financially afford to have that paper thrown in front of their house that sometimes costed $1 and some change, you can walk down to your local convenience store and pick up paper for free, and then go job hunting back then. And then if you didn't have a phone, you're using nickels and dimes at the payphone to set up phone calls and interviews and take whatever bus route that you needed to take to get to that.
Man.
Yeah. So
That
Keep
was-
going back.
so yeah, you worked your tail off to get what you had then. And now it's like 3, 4, 5 times harder. You got all these things available, but
What do you now? Would it be correctly to say it like the way you said it is 10 times harder, or is it like you said, just the playing field has changed?
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah. I think
Because
you
at the
have
same
to
time,
shift your mind to the new way that people are doing things now.
Because I
not
think
the
it's a
same.
disservice if you say, "Oh, it's just hard. It's hard." You're already failing yourself by saying it's hard, because now you're putting yourself in a mindset like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to work 10 times harder." It's not that you have to work 10 times harder. You just have to learn how to play the game today.
Right.
And the game today is
different.
the internet having all that knowledge to do it. Like you said, it's all at our fingertips. It's just the game board has just changed. Yeah, everything looks inflated and everything like that, but there's way more ways to make money than there was back in the day, like you said, with
Yep.
the green sheet. It's much easier to find a job. And I think it's another important thing too is your resumes are very important too. I see a lot of places where now they're professionalizing your resume, and AI can help you redo your resume, make it more sound appealing and stuff like that. I mean, and that's simple stuff that you can do to give your extra step advantage over somebody else, and landing that job, and like you said, I just think you cannot be traditionally and just work hard and you're gonna make
Think
it.
you're gonna
No,
get there.
you gotta adapt to the times that are today, and you gotta play the game that it is today and not what it was before. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants to sit there. Oh, it's everything's Spanish. Like, yeah, we know, but there's way more stuff that you can do now to make it. And I may get some people that may disagree with me with that, and that's fine. That's why we have discussions.
Right.
But it goes back to, and the reason I want to say this, because I think saying working hard was like, you see a lot now with trades over college education. What do you think about that? I think you mentioned it earlier about that.
it came up earlier this week, and it was, I think something that was overlooked. I think over the past couple of years, everybody was financially wrapped around getting college education. It's going to go a long way, right? But you still have all these other skilled trades that are being overlooked because why? who wants to be an electrician, who wants to be a plumber, things of that nature, right? But then people get into this bind of like wanting to go to get a college education. They get a college education around God knows whatever they made up that's going to impact them how in the world working field, right? Or they spend a year, 2 years, and then they change the direction because now they want to be a geologist. And then they come into the working field, but nobody wants to hire them. And they don't have that work experience. So you wasted 2 to 6 years of your working career that you could get a head start, and you're in X amount of thousands of dollars of debt versus just getting a trade where, you get in there right off the bat out of high school for 1-2 year certification, and then you're building off of that, and those individuals stay within that route, or they end up being, their own independent, contractor, where they're, establishing a business. I mean, those are key things to look at, in this world that we currently live in. I mean, there is a lack of actual trade, people out there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're growing.
No, and with AI, I think that is also eliminating a lot of jobs that were basically done by people who have college degrees. AI is taking over, the games are changing, and a lot of people that are in trades are going to be making more money. I mean, you can make pretty good money, having a trade anyway to start. Like electricians make good money.
Yep.
Welders do too.
I think
So,
it's a good point you said about AI, because I think AI still has its limitation. It's very well right now,
For
but
now.
for
For
now.
now.
But like you said, the AI is really controlling things that doesn't need hand skills, so to speak. So if you're in a trade of finance, or I'm just gonna say finance, just for one, because a lot of it be like Excel and knowing numbers and stuff. AI will 100% already know how to work Excel and PowerPoint and all this stuff like that. So that's electronically, you know what I mean? It's just putting a person in front of an electrical device, a laptop or a computer and do the finances. AI can do that. So now that you have somebody that has 10 years, they're on the bubble now, because you never know, maybe a company may say, you know what, hey, a lot of people are doing remote jobs now. Maybe they want to get rid of remote jobs. Maybe they want to just say, you know what, why pay for somebody's medical bills or portion of it when we can have AI do all this financial stuff for us. So like you said, now we're going back to trades, and we're in a real big deficit when it comes to plumbers, electricians, carpenters, and stuff like that. And like you said, a lot of these people, if you think about it, you sacrifice just 1 or 2 years, and you're coming out the gate making money. So you're not really in debt as if you were to go to college, and you're not guaranteed anything out of college. Not one college will guarantee you a job placement.
well, it's because college is a tool. People always think that, you have a college degree, that means you're smart. No, it's just a tool.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad thing or a good thing to go to college. You just have to know how to use that to your advantage so you can get ahead of life. But it's not about like, you shouldn't go to college. No, that's stupid too.
It's either that, or have somebody that you're already like kind of leaning towards too, that they have that career path. So that's the same career path you're going. But you gotta have a path. Don't just go into it.
Just because someone told you to go to college, don't do that.
Now that I'm here, I'm just hanging out at these job fairs, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna do that.
Another thing I am gonna say though, it's that it's also good to like be wrong. Like you might go to college thinking that you're gonna graduate in a field, but then you might just end up changing, and you might be successful. So it's okay to make mistakes.
Oh yeah,
It's not
100%.
a bad thing. Yeah, it's.
Now, how do you like? I think going to I don't think college is bad in a sense.
It's not.
College has the price of college. Going to college
too
is
expensive.
it's expensive
Yeah.
now.
Very expensive.
Very expensive.
So
Is it
to
worth
me,
it?
for me, if you go to college, you go to a specialty that's what I would feel is highly needed or recommended, being the medical field, being one, like if you're a doctor, stuff like that.
Or a
Those are
lawyer.
things that people want, that people need. And that's a specialty that requires college. Now, if you're going to go to college to do something that somebody can just have experience and just work up to it, 9 times out of 10, the employer is going to go with somebody that has 5-10 years experience instead of somebody fresh out of college, because they don't have the actual experience. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like where people, now people are different. Like, why am I going to go to college and this and that? But to me, a second thing is who you know. There's a lot of people that get in fields that I know, because I work in some of these fields of, with craftsmanships. Man, some people are there just because they just maybe got an uncle, a cousin that's way up there or whatever, and it's just who they know, and they get in. And it sucks to say that, this person that went to college or whatever doesn't get in because, hey, somebody hired somebody's primo
Yeah.
or cousin or good best friend or whatever the case may be over them. Or, like you said, somebody that just went straight into a trade. Like people, like plumbers make $250,000 a year.
Good money.
But in those cases, sometimes even if you don't have a college degree and if you have a lot of experience, it just depends if you're cool with the person that is managing. It really is. Like they will always pick the person that they like the best, not the person that produces the most.
Yeah.
It's the person that they like the best. They want to keep them there.
It's the guy that brought the tacos in the morning on his way in.
The donuts, tacos.
I like this guy.
I like this guy.
I like the way you
this
think.
guy. Uh-huh.
No wonder people they say if you're gonna be late, you might as well be the
If
guy
you're gonna
with
be late, show up with food.
Show up with donuts, so you're not that
There
late
you
guy.
go.
Yep.
You're just the guy who brought breakfast.
That's how you make it in this life. I'm telling you.
No, it's true,
It's
guys.
true. Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter how hard you work. I mean, work hard.
Yeah.
Be smart, but just know that you have to get along with your managers and the people that are superior to you.
You
in
just got to
general.
know how to work the tools that we
Yeah.
have an advantage, and people don't do that.
And if you're introverted, because there's a lot of people that are introverted, like myself. But there's people that actually can't fake it. They can't fake being social. There's jobs for you. Like you can write a book or go online, work remotely. And there's still a lot of jobs where you can work remotely
There's
now.
a lot
Yeah.
of remote
Yeah.
jobs.
Way a lot of
Yeah.
jobs. COVID opened that
Yeah,
door like
you can-
crazy.
You could even go on Fiverr, sell your services on there. There's
Yeah.
just
All kinds of
It's
stuff.
endless. Yeah, you can make money, lots of money.
You just gotta have the mindset, guys. That's it. Just
You
have
really
the
want
mindset.
it.
Step out of your comfort zone and just take. Sometimes you have to take the risk,
Yeah,
and so that risk is rewarding. Sometimes.
always take the risk. Always.
But I appreciate it, guys, 100% again. If you like our content, please like and follow, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye.
Hold up.